Hi, mine's Paul. I like your bass lines. A dumb little YouTube channel over there. Do a couple stupid human tricks. Play a bass line or two, a little some low end. Drop by after the bass hit. Okay, so I'm trying to do these series of videos to make learning a lot easier, to make preparing for learning a lot easier, to make learning a lot easier. What these videos are for, going to be very simple concepts, very simply laid out, very information that is very easy to both understand and retain. Information that is going to be super valuable. It's going to be in small chunks. It's going to be really digestible. You're going to find that it's going to build really quick. So we talked about the components of our bass guitar. We talked about how they work and why they work. Not this girl here today. I was kind of thinking about calling her Lola. It'd be a good name for her. If anybody thinks any different, let me know. If I'm here in a couple weeks, she might get a name. She ain't had a name. I've had her for one. She's a good girl. I love her. She probably deserves a name. Okay? What we're going to do today is we're going to do a nice, concise, tight information video on doing a scale. The scale that we're going to choose for this exercise is the G major scale. The reason that we're choosing the G major scale is that it's going to be the easiest one to comprehend what a scale is and does. As far as I'm concerned. I don't know, I'm not sure, I'm not a music teacher. I'm trying to drop some hot knowledge to you so that the day you go to a music teacher and you say, I believe I'd like to learn electric bass, he's going to say, what do you know about it? You say, well, I watched some videos that think had some really good information. I'd like to go over that with you. Please do. I invite the security, please make sure I give you good information. Make sure I'm giving you the hot tickets. I want you to be a better bass guitarist. I want that to start right now. Okay, so let's make sure that every step you're taking is right here in these critical, formative first moments of your journey into music. Because these are the moments that matter. These matter right now. Whether you're considering pulling the trigger to get into this, whether you've already done it and you're questioning whether or not you should keep doing it, and you're hoping you're going to find that thing you need. This might be it. What I'm telling you is that the information is here and it's good and it's going to help you. I know it's good because it's information that proved. This information is curated. You're getting this information from me and I'm telling you it works. If you find it don't work for me, get with you. I'll show you what's not working. Guaranteed. This information works on my name and I don't lie about a damn thing. Right? Here in the boom boom room, here where Paul learns bass lines, we don't drop no untruth here. All hardcore 100% true. And I would never tell you no different. So there's no ego. I'm not a good guitarist. I'm not going to try and teach you how to do it. What I'm going to do is try and drop enough knowledge on you, that seated in you, that you understand what's happening so that you can take the very best path forward. I guess let's talk about this. You decided that you're going to get you an online training program, real good one, there's a lot of good ones out there. You're really going to pay attention, you're going to focus on the material, you can get this done. Cool. Going to get some lessons from Fender Play. Cool, same thing. Going to go to a music teacher. Same thing. Okay? Great. Glad you chose a music teacher. I really think that's the best option. A lot of programs have a lot of good material. The program that I used, stellar, through the sky. And you know why I feel like that? Because the teacher I had hammered hardcore fundamentals and nothing but the elemental building blocks of what begin to make a musician. The structure I can build isn't very big. Yours may be a lot bigger. What I want to do, I want to take those elemental building blocks, those crucial pieces that you need for good play, and I want to get them cemented into your head. Yeah, such a leg up. Nah, this is fire. You don't even know. You have a brick of gold tucked in your pocket on this deal. I'm telling you, follow this advice. This is money, okay? First thing we're going to do, we're talk about what happened. Going to you called. You wanted a guitar center. You told them you're interested in learning the bass. They hooked you up with ones. Gonna need to learn to play this. Gonna need some lessons. Yeah, we got a guy. be here Tuesday at 10:30. You go in there Tuesday at 10:30. And let me tell you something. Going to Guitar Center, yes, that guy cares if you learn how to play a bass. He genuinely does want you to learn to play bass. He does. He wants to teach you. He wants to teach you to play well. Here's the issue. He's getting paid for this. He's got to process work. He does not have the time to take with one student for all of the individualized work and study that needs to occur. So if you're going to do it that way, consider it your responsibility to make sure that you're getting all the material. Make sure you're getting all the material. Make sure you're doing the homework. Make sure you're doing the practice. And make damn sure that you're noting the things that get said, because you're getting knowledge dropped on you. The problem with I was situated like you're getting it for a half hour over 2 weeks. You see, you went in there and he gave you some exercises that you did. You worked on them. They're good. They're good. To me, that limits a person's aspect a little bit. See, so what I want to do, I want to give you some stuff that's going to allow you to do a lot more than what he did, what happened there. I want to give you some of the knowledge that's going to greatly benefit you if you go to a first music lesson. Now, this is going to seem a little silly. I've never had a music lesson. Can't play music. After 4.5 years of beating myself to death, I hit myself pretty good. I didn't know if I could play it. I didn't. So I went down to my local. I know them guys. Been in there, bought a couple basses. See me for strings pretty frequently. You know, I call up down there. I said, yeah, I'm wondering if there's any music teachers around who bass. Yeah, I'm talking to Andrew. He's like, you know, Tom knows a lot about that. Yeah? All right. So I call up Tom, like, hey, Tom, you know, I've been playing quite a while, and the truth is I don't know if I'm any good. I don't even know if it's worth it to continue. I'd like to get an hour with you, have you assess my play. Tell me if it's worth it for me to even continue, because I'm really questioning it. Because again, I had never played in front of anybody. I learned this on the foot of my bed in my hotel room during the pandemic. I know nothing about being around nobody, making no music. I was making boom in my room, in my headphones, because I was in a hotel and I was considerate. See? Now, here's the thing. You go in there to this music, you got a session with a music teacher. You can walk in and bring your bass. You looked up, got a bass. Tell you how you do this. Walk in, introduce yourself to the teacher. Tell them that you're grateful for the time they want to spend with you. They'll probably talk to you about it for a minute and ask you what your goals are. If you tell them you're going to want to be a rock star, they'll tell you can have that. It's going to be a lot of work. Really, the better answer for this, I want to learn music so I can learn to play my bass and make music with it. Because that's what we're really trying to do here. And that is, in fact, the goal the teacher has for you. The goal the teacher has for you is going to be on a slider. I'll guarantee it. It's going to align with your goals. If your goal is to be a back porch banger and knock you down some funk, you get some metal in you, you'll get some thump. Put 6 months in, you'll be burning something, you'll be all right. Okay? If you look at him and you say, listen, I'm serious about wanting this instrument in my life. I actually want to learn how to play this thing. I want to bring what's in me out through this. Now you got this man's attention, this woman's attention, this teacher's attention. You got this teacher's attention because you're paying attention. You brought in your rig. You got it ready. It's cased up. It's ready to go. You open that case, you got a cord. You got an extra battery. You have a foldable rack in your case for your stick, so that if you need to go to the restroom, you can rack your stick properly where it belongs because you love and respect it. Go and use the restroom and come back and get at it. See, that's the thing. A music teacher is going to see all of these things. They're going to see that when you geared up, you got a strap on your rig. It's fitted up right. You got it in the proper position. They're going to see that you knotted your cord through your strap. You know what's up. You know not to yank that pig out and make terrible noises. They're going to see when you sit down to start the lesson that you took the time, even in jeans, you sock that pig right up. You got that girl right in there. Get her up there where she's part of you. Right here, this cutout, you're right in there. That's the gunner position. That's where you're slaughtering, right there. You look at guys that are ripping, guys that are really shredding, guys that are laying it down, sweep picking, 66 notes in 4 seconds. Yeah, believe it, they are tight. That thing is locked in. It ain't moving. Okay? Believe it. They've got control. That's why they're able to do that. This is going to help you so much when you meet a teacher. Okay, so you're going to get down. You're going to get control of your guitar. You're going to have it. You're going to mute your strings at your rest position. When playing a bass, this is your rest position. If this is not your rest position, if this is tiring, this can be your rest position. It is not a problem. If this hurts, this can be. These are all common rest positions. Rest position. Rest position is critically important. It will be what you will always come back to. You will always find, you'll do it naturally eventually. You'll find, when I dial in, rest position. I'm right there. I know right where I am. I know where my rest position is. I know where my work position is. Rest position. Ready rest position. Work rest position right here. Hidden position. Staying out the way. Don't want nothing to do with it. They got something going on. I'm not doing jack. I don't want no noise. I don't want nothing touching my rig. They need to bring me back in. I need to fire in, come up. Boom. Brought it. Because I was ready. Okay, so we're talking about hand position. Hand position is critical. Okay? In every aspect of what we're doing. Your hands are where the thunder comes from. Okay? You're going to use the smallest strike possible. And you're going to bring thunder. You're not going to beat your hands to death to do it. You're going to let the guitar do it. And you're going to let the amplifier do the work to bring the thunder. Here, this is where you're going to have the institutional knowledge that a lot of students don't walk in with cold. This is the knowledge. The guitar does the work. The amplifier does the work. You operate the machine doing the work. The machine plays the music. You operate the machine to create the music. When I say machine, it's not a car. It's not a punch press. It is a machine. It is a machine for producing happiness. It is a machine. It's a machine that does things. It does things machines. It is in fact a machine. It is also very close to me. It's also a very personal thing. This machine is alive in your hands. But it is a machine. And when manipulated properly, it will do the proper things. When one learns how to manipulate it properly, I want to restate that. When one learns how to operate the machine properly, remember that statement in it. Please remember. Because you're going to hear a lot of later. That comes later. Don't worry about that now. That's not on the table. It's because there's a way this happens. I want to start you from zero, and I want to start you good. We're talking about some stuff here. I want you to win. I want to help you. You remember, we did the other video. I talked about posture for the player. If you look at how I'm sitting in the chair, I'm quarter turned in the chair out from facing forward. There's a reason for that. It's because playing here can be comfortable, but do this for 15 minutes and tell me how comfortable you are. If you open up the leg that the dominant hand is on, you're in line, you're good. This is the play position. When seated, this is the play position for a guitar. It should come almost straight from you. Shouldn't be here. That's wrong. This. Your thunder gun, when in a seated position, it ain't this. I can do stuff like that. Ain't that. We can make it look cool. Ain't that. That ain't right. Only very comfortable. This. Absolute comfort. The easiest way to play it. The least effort. The least movement. Minimize. Economize. Small as we can be. Line things up, get things right, small as we can be. Look at the lines from the hip, through the shoulder. Look at the spine, straight, not curved, not hunched over. Look at the set of the hips, solid. Look at the chair, the post right behind me. When playing in this position, sitting upright, maintaining good posture, I may tend to get a little bit of pain in my back. I can now lean back against the back of my chair because it's socked up against my back. I got some support, I got a little supporting. Still get down, and I'm not working so hard to maintain that good posture because I got some help. It's critical that we sit right. It's critical that we establish control of the guitar right. It's critical that we do all these things because all these things lead us into the next thing. It's so critical because having good control of the guitar allows us to fret properly to get good strikes. It allows us to strike properly to get good tone. It allows us to have the speed and agility and movement to get to the next thing we need to strike so that we strike it at the right time and it makes tones that go together to make music. So we're going to run this G major scale one more time. Nice and slow, nice steady even fret pressure. Make a tone. Go to A. Steady, even. Find it, land it, strike. Watching the hands. Drop down. Roll out there. That 2. Land it. Roll right into that 3. Didn't move your hand. Set it up. Boom. Muting the string. Micro shift. And then you can hit that with the pinky if you like. You can just get in there anyway. Good tone. Stop that tone. Flatten that hand out against some strings. Drop it down. Straight out. Wrist straight the whole time. Hit that 2. Land it. Boom. And then slide back. Just slide. Not enough to make a round. Boom. When I did that, I held my thumb against some other 2 strings. You see that? That is called a floating thumb technique. Now that is something that it takes a more experienced player to build, but if you start today, you're that more experienced player pretty quick. And then this last one, I just like to drop my pinky in him so I can roll her off hot. So I come in, a good fret pressure, land it, boom, land it, good fret pressure, boom. Same thing, mute them out, get over here, land it, good fret pressure. Come down here, the 4th one, land it, good fret pressure. Move that finger over, land that 5th fret, land it, get right up against that fret where like, boom, beautiful tone. Muting the strings, dropping down, the thumb catches the A string, nice and solid, you ain't going anywhere. While we're doing that, it's gonna happen. Keep working with it, it's gonna happen. It's gonna smooth out flow, it's gonna be liquid, you're gonna love it. You're gonna be dropping comments in my box saying, bruh, you teaching me how to flatten out my hand and mute the first time I did a scale, you teaching me how to do that from the jump when I was just learning how to pluck a string, bruh, you kicked my playing up 6 months right there because I just did. I'm serious. When I said that I want to give you rock bottom, bone deep, foundational advice on how to play better bass guitar, I was dead serious. What you're seeing right there with my right hand, this little clinic I'm giving you, that's a give. Get all of that you can. Okay, we've struck that tone. Again, drop down. Hooked on that A string. While we did that, almost imperceptible lift, sliding. We're not grabbing nothing. We're letting the guitar live in our hand. This guitar knows where it needs to be. Land that fret. Good fret pressure. Hit it. Driving back. Land that. Land it. There you go. Now walk it backward. Do it like that. That's how you do a scale. Slowly, deliberately, making sure. Do them like that. You'll do them like that for a long time. Then you'll realize you're comfortable with that. You'll build up speed. eventually you'll be blinding. And then you'll realize that building up speed wasn't the answer and you needed to focus more on delivery and fret pressure. So I'm going to tell you and help you now, and again, really help you build foundational basis for better bass playing. When we fret, the number one thing to remember is that this is a piece of wood. It is hard. And hit you in the head with that, you know it's hard. It's a steel cable. It's a steel cable. It's an eighth of an inch thick. It's 120 thousandths. That steel cable, 120 thousandths. Now listen, I'm no engineer, but I do lots of technical stuff, okay? And I'll tell you, that steel cable right there, that eighth inch steel cable, yeah, I'd tie a 200-pound weight to that, haul it down the street out of my truck. I bet it'd go by half a mile before I break that cable. Those are strong. I dig hard on my gear. I've never broken a string. No, not even a DJ. I go, wow, I've been on some stuff now. Tune them up, they're fine. You yank them out of tune because you're working hard, but bro, that's rock and roll. Listen, you're not going to hurt them, but they will hurt you. That's why I'm telling you. Look, you guys see the gloves. See a word glove, right? Yeah, you know why? It's because I destroyed the tip of my index finger. Fretting too hard. Okay? I want to show you guys something. You're not going to like this. This is going to get ugly. We're going to say the quiet part out loud. You're not going to see my finger. You don't want to see that. Well, you're going to look at Shirley. Yeah. You're my girl. Pretty fond of her. I love her. I hurt her. I didn't mean to. I did. I hurt my girl. I hurt my best girl. The only girl I love more than my girl and her mom, than my daughter. This is one of the closest girls to me in the universe. There are many, many things that are important to me that I'd be willing to give up before I gave her up. That's how personal instruments become. I hurt my instrument by bad practice, by bad practice practices, by bad practice prep, by not thinking through what I was meaning to do and doing it properly, by not knowing the proper steps to take. I hurt my guitar. I know you guys think that probably pretty hard, and they are genuinely pretty hard. I did bone deep damage, not realizing I was doing it. My guitar needs repaired, and it's going to be expensive. Probably don't end up doing it myself to save the expense, because the repair that my guitar needs, it ain't cheap. Anybody care to guess what repair my guitar needs? Still sounds pretty good, don't it? Yeah, it don't sound bad. I pull some fire out of Shirley. Shirley's big dog. She likes to eat. Okay? I did damage to my guitar. I did actual damage to my guitar. As much damage as I did to myself. I want to show you something. I hope that this video is clear enough to see it. If you move these strings on these frets, now the bass heads are going to know. Bass heads, look at my frets. Tell me I was fretting right. Yeah, I wasn't. Not for 2.5 years. I didn't listen. The information was there. I went back when I figured this out and figured out it was me that I was the dummy. Don't want that to happen to you. I want to teach you right from the word go. I want to help you play better bass. Genuinely, I don't want nothing from you. I don't want nothing from you but for you to play better bass. That's the answer. I like good bass. I want to bring the thump, and I want to help you do it. And one of the ways we do that is by properly fretting, by learning to make the note properly from jump. From the very first time we fret a note, we learn to fret, produce, carry, and stop the note correctly. We cement this into ourselves. This becomes institutional knowledge. It becomes programming. It gets in there so deep. When I talk about programming, you guys are maybe not going to understand this. We're dealing with a thing called neuroplasticity. If you know what the word means, that's fantastic. If you don't, I want to give a very simple explanation. Neuroplasticity, I don't know the dictionary definition. I know what it does. Okay, neuroplasticity means that your brain is plastic. It's not locked into position. I don't mean that it'll move around in your head. What I mean is that the data is not locked in. The data moves around. It's not locked down. You have an extremely large amount of data that is locked down. And that is your institutional knowledge. That's what teaches you how to breathe, how to walk, how to know when you're hungry. All this institutional knowledge that your body has built up over the course of your existence to now is locked down. You have access to it, but not as much as you think. You can stop breathing, but eventually you're going to have to start again because your body's going to unconsciously start doing it. If you're sleeping in an uncomfortable position, you're probably going to wake up because you're hurting, because your body told you that something's hurt. This is what happens. You have institutional knowledge. It's not something you learned. It's something you felt and did and built. It's experiences. It's not words. It's not me telling you. It's the experiences together that as an aggregate form the bedrock of your institutional experience that is programmed inside of you. Now, I know what I'm sounding like sounds like a weird concept. I want to talk about programming for a little bit. You are deeply programmed and don't realize it. You are. I know you think that maybe I'm just some fruitcake that has a weird nutso idea. I don't. I'm right. Listen to me. Follow. Okay. Do you remember back in grade school, take out on the playground, they sit you all around in a circle, you play duck, duck, goose, and the kid gets up, runs around the outside. Oh, I just got caught. Big chubby kid. I wasn't a kid. I don't want to do that. I would have rather just sat in the library. But a kid would get tapped, and then it's his turn. And, he'd be rolling around there and walking around touching people. Duck, duck. He trying to put a flare on it now. He knows he ain't real fast. He knows he might not catch whoever he calls goose. He looked for who. Here's the thing. When I talk about programming, I brought up this game Duck, Duck, Goose. There's a reason for it. It's because you got programmed playing that game, and you didn't realize it, but you did. The programming is, you're okay when people are saying duck, duck. The moment someone says goose, you felt it when I said that. You got a little thrill inside you, come up in there. You're meant to. You're programmed to. You were programmed to, this is the game and this is how we do it. And that went into your institutional knowledge lockbox in your mind. That is now imprinted, locked in. You know how that got there? The first time you did it, it didn't stay there. You sort of remembered it the second time you did it, and then you learned how to do it. And then after the third or fourth time you did it, well, that was just in there because you've done that a few times. You slept on it, you let it seep in, you let it marinate, you let it cook in. You let neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is a term that means that the brain is literally plastic. Plastic is a term that means that things can be formed, shaped, malleable. Static would mean things aren't moving. Something would be static if it weren't moving. Your brain is plastic because it's moving. It's not your brain itself that's moving. It's the programming in it that's moving. When I talk about institutional learning and programming, locking something down in, that's what I want you to do. I want you to take this series of video lessons and use them as the institutional knowledge that I have gained of what to do and not do to get started. I can't teach you to play bass. What I want to do, I want to prepare you for your bass guitar journey in the very best way possible. That's the way it happens. Me showing you that I was using way too much fret pressure and destroying my top 3 frets because I thought I had to murder it to get a tone. Me not showing you my destroyed index finger. Ask a professional bassist why I did it. Ask a concert bassist why I have the glove. Ask a concert bassist why the top 3 frets on my favorite girl. Go ahead. You know he's going to tell you? He's going to tell you, well, you got somebody there that didn't know how to play a bass, and they were baseball batting their guitar and beating the heck out of it. And he's right. He's right. You see, this institutional knowledge, this core programming of how to fret properly, how to strike properly, how to place our hands properly. These are so critical. These are elemental. These are fundamental. How to sit properly. What attitude to have. how to approach things, how to accept learning, and realize that you're not a big fish. You're a minnow trying to learn to swim. These are all things. This humility that we bring to learning this humility and surrendering into yourself and saying, I'm going to learn something new, and it's going to take me some time for that to lock into my core programming lockbox in my brain so that it's what I do. Think about it. Think about core programming. When you use the restroom, you don't walk out of there without washing your hands. Nah, you wash your hands. First off, you was touching some stuff you don't want your hands on. Probably going to put your hands on the car. Not put my hands on my guitar dirty. Not happening. You wash your hands. And not even you probably don't even think about it. Wash your hands, right? Because it's institutional programming. Because you know that you were touching some stuff you didn't want to be touching. You want to get rid of them germs, you want your hands clean. Okay? Institutional programming locks down knowledge that you do without thinking about it. Okay? When you're thirsty and you need something to drink, your body tells you need something to drink. If you're tired, your body tells you you need to sleep. If you're hurting yourself, your body tells you you're hurt. You need to listen to your body. You do. You do. This is very important. I'm being very important right now. I'm being very serious. Listen to me. Treat your body right. Playing this guitar can hurt you. It can. It can genuinely hurt you on the long term. It happens. Ask. Ask people. Ask if there's people out there who have problems with their backs from sitting bad, holding their guitar and you think, kick it back like that's the answer. That's not how a guitar gets played. And it's a good way to hurt yourself because you find you like it and you take a little rather, man, sure it's comfortable. About 15 years later, your back hurts all the time, you don't know why. Yeah, it's because you had really poor playing posture. You weren't playing with the right form. Things like form, economy of motion, hands where they are, fretting pressure, striking degree, timing, pressure. These are all critical components. You're going to learn them all. But it starts with developing the institutional knowledge of what we're doing and why we do it. When I say institutional knowledge, I'm not talking about the knowledge of music as a whole, because I don't have that. I'm talking about the institutional knowledge, the locked down programming that's in your brain. You need to add to that. For that to happen, how that happens, the best way that's been found to happen, and this is why music lessons are great. This is why I'm promoting music lessons rather than learning like I did. You can learn like I did, and you might even get some real fire, okay? I ain't gonna say it can't happen. Yeah, you can self-talk, it's fire, you know? Then, like, we're gonna bake in some knowledge. What's gonna happen is, we're gonna use this neuroplasticity. We give you a concept, we drill it in a few times, so it's good, so it's on the front of your mind. We walk away from that, we do something else. Yeah, we'll let you go home and cook on that one for a few days. This is why I think music teachers probably like to see people every 2 weeks. They like to give them time to work on the lesson they were given, to actually learn the homework. They will take the time to learn it. And they're doing it a couple times a week, 3 times a week, and they're learning it because they're doing it correctly. Okay, and when they're doing it correctly and they're doing it that 3 times a week and they're going over it, and they're making sure they know what it looks like, what it feels like, what it sounds like. Every time after we do that, that night when we go to sleep, your brain does this little neuroplasticity reset thing. You see, and then that knowledge that we want locked down in that institutional knowledge lockbox, we got that stuff we can access, we don't really got the rights to it. That's going to get there, okay? That is going to bake in. It's going to take time. It is. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take time. It's going to happen to you. What it's going to come down to is literally every practice on the guitar you have for the course of your life. When you sleep, that information will be processed in your brain. As you do this over the years, the way you do this, the built-in institutional knowledge will become literally hardwired into your brain. It will become normal. It will become what you do. When I'm talking about the things that a bass player does, the things that a bass player does normally, these are the things that institutional knowledge brings you. When I grab my rig, I know, ready position. Ready. That's so much right here I can work with. There's a lot there. Ready position. There's a ton happening here. I'm starting to see I can go to Q. We got a lot. There's a lot going on right here, just at the ready position. Knowing that this is the ready position. Knowing that this is my ready position. Knowing this is my ready position. Such a huge leg up for an student. Actually having somebody show you this is the proper ready position. Okay? The ready position is the work or rest position. It's this. Okay? Work position. Work position. Work rest position. Rest position. Out of sight position. We want that. Let's go over it again. Out of sight position. Unobtrusive. Out of the way. No notes. Hard to even make a ghost note. Nothing's going to touch that. You are out of commission. You are locking down here. Out of commission. Unobtrusive. Gone. Go stand quietly in the dark. We do not need you right now. Yes, sir, I am the bass player. That is my job. I'm going to happily do that. Thank you. Okay? Now, let's go over it again. Hidden position. Unobtrusive. Quiet. Supper club band. Saxophone's playing. Smooth and slow. Sweet. Throwing a little dirt on it. Making it sexy. You don't belong there. No. Unobtrusive. Muted. Quiet position. Song's kicking on. You know you got 4 bars till you got to deliver anything. 4 bars is quite a while for a bassist. Bassists do 30, 40 things in a couple bars. 20 in a good bar. 30. Do some stuff. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Okay? You know you got 4 bars. 4 time, 80 BPM. You know where that's at. You've been doing this a minute. You know you've got time to slowly get your hand to your ready position. If your playing area is going to be near your ready position, this is fantastic for you because you're already home. You got to do is make sure the gun hand's in line. You're going to light it. Okay. This is your ready rest position. Ready position. Rest position. Working rest position. See that again. Ready position. This is ready position. Okay. Me, I like to really mute. I like my fingers. I'm not wrapping it. You see my thumb? Just want my fingers over the top of the control. It's about control. That's how I like to go. I'm not saying you should do it. So look. Work position. Working rest position. Why is this a working rest position? This is a work position. Why is this a working rest position? This is a work position because it's more work to be here, and I can work further out. Okay. Working rest position. That means that I know I'm going to be here for a minute. I'm doing something here. I could be right here. The only things that have to do in the work is right here. This can be rest. This is why this is a working rest position. While in the working rest position, I'm focusing. I'm not moving my wrist anywhere. I can do a lot of stuff here, not go very far, do a whole lot of stuff. I'm keeping my wrist straight both ways, even this way. Look, my wrist is straight. The wrist stays straight. It stays straight. If you're bending your wrist, you're inhibiting your playing. Get that in your institutional knowledge down. Don't bend the wrist. You need to don't. No, bent wrists don't come into bass. No, not that you're flashing something up. Not that you know how to do it, okay? Yeah, when you know how to do it, do that. When you know how to play this thing, yeah, hit me with that bent wrist. Go ahead, light it up, drop a bomb, show me 112 degrees on that thing. That'd be fantastic. But until that day, let's do it. G major scale. Slow. Land the note. Good pressure. Moving to the 5th fret. Slow. Land the note. Good pressure. Drop it down. Muted our strings. Keep watching my hands. Land the note. Make the note. Hold the note. Mute the note. this finger here. Land the note, hit the note, make the note, mute the note. Back into muting. A little bit of a shift. I didn't pick up my hand very much. Right hand didn't move. Light, easy pressure, finger pressure, only enough. Land it, take the note. Back out, all the way back down to here. Right hand drop down, didn't even think about it. Land it, make the note. Roll. There. On there. Land it, make the note. Last one. Boom, you fired it off, you killed it. Now, you made it through, you killed it one time. Yeah, good, good. Gonna do a lot more. Go back down. Release. The note's muted. You're not. Come back in. Easy fret pressure, light, only enough. Make the strike. Move. Easy fret pressure, light. Make the strike. Okay? When you do your scales, if you do them like this, if you do your scales properly, you will lock in knowledge in yourself that is going to greatly benefit you later. If you do these scales like I'm showing to you, start them out slow, know what the fret pressure is, know what it takes to get a tone. Go as light, go so light that you can't get a tone. Go until you just get a tone. Try that, because that's going to, I've just given you, oh yeah, go on and ask a professional bass teacher that I told you that you want to land your fret and fret and strike with the least amount of pressure possible. You see what he says. I tell you, that's the man that told you how to strike a note properly. That is the answer. Listen. Yeah, that's tone. Sure, that's tone. Is it that? That's tone. Is it that? You see, now this is why. This is why. Is that tone? Tone. Land it. Get the right fret pressure. Strike it properly. Tone. That's how you get tone. This is the proper way to learn a scale. Do it like that. Learn it slow. Build it slow. You have been given the key to an entire world of music with just the G major scale in what I just gave you right there. To tell you how to properly do a scale. Your minor form scale, you're going to do the same thing. Any scale you learn through this, it's going to benefit your playing. I'm telling you. Learning to fret hard will not help you. It won't. It won't. I'm telling you again, those guys on the stage, they look like they're just killing it. You can see they got them strings bent out. You can see a half an inch of fretboard on them. Yeah, you can. Yeah, they are really drilling it on. Boy, he's really getting on that. That guy really tearing that thing up, isn't he? Boy. Yeah, he was really in it. What? He was digging, wasn't he? No, he wasn't. It's flash. It doesn't exist. I want you to know how to actually play this game. I put in a lot of hard time to gain this knowledge. A lot of hard time. Time that hurt me to get this knowledge. I genuinely hope you take this knowledge and go further with it. Because I paid for it. I did. There was a cost. Okay? This knowledge that we're talking about, they lock this in. Neuroplasticity is going to take care of it. It's going to be what you do. It's going to automatically come natural to you. But for that to happen, you have to put the knowledge into your head. And that's how we do it. That's why I made this video. And now you have a nice, clear, concise video showing you how to do it. You can go into your minor scale form. It's the same thing. You can do a G minor scale. It's the same thing. You're going to do the same thing. Land it. Strike it. Mute it. Move your hand. Land it. Strike it. it, eat it. It's the same thing every time. And when you can do it the same every time, it makes some pretty nice noises. When you can learn, hear the wasps? You remember the buzzing in Red? I know you guys know, you're bass hands. Yeah, you know about the buzzing in Red Riding Hood. Buzzing. Sounds like bees. It's not. It's not. It's wasps. It's wasps. You make a wasp. You wanted to make a sound that sounded like electricity. What you actually made was wasps. That's what I'm doing right there. That's how you get that. I'm going to tell you, that buzzing sound, that electricity, it's still there in Red Lightning. I found it. Right where Cliff left it. It is there. Yeah, it's see. See that? Think about it. Think about where you heard it. Where'd you hear that? Yeah. Yeah, there you go. You thought this thing just made boom. Thought it was a thunder stick. It's a piano, man. I can do whatever I want with it. I wish I could do more with it. You're going to be able to do so. This piano, this is a piano you can strap to yourself, hook up to a wireless rig, put your amp on the deck like I do. You can go walk around your yard and serenade the birds with a piano. I'm glad you guys are here. If you're watching this video, I'm glad you're here. I want to give you good information. I don't want anything from you other than to help you play better bass guitar. I play bass guitar. I try to play bass guitar. I can't. All I can do is reproduce music. And it's a rip, man. I love it. It's great. Okay, but since I can't do it, since the gift I got is so huge, I'm not going to keep it myself. I want to help you. I want to give you every tip, every tip that I have gotten in the past 5 years of hard practice. And I mean hard practice. I gained some knowledge. I've learned some things. I've learned some things about how to treat my instrument, how to treat myself, how to approach what I'm doing with respect and dignity, and treat it with the consideration it deserves, and learn it the way it needs to be. I want that for you. I want to help you play better bass guitar. If you want more of that, come back and see me.